We're going to talk about solving equations now with more than a couple of steps. And the key to this is to first, within your equations, if you can simplify any of the expressions. So the expressions are on one side of the equal side of the other. If you can distribute or add like terms, you want to simplify first, and then you'd solve. Undo what's been done to that x. So let's start with this one. Is there anything we can simplify with the expressions? Remember, an equation is just two expressions set equal to each other. So if we look at this expression, 6m plus 4 plus m, we can combine like terms. 6m plus 1m is 7m plus 4, which is equal to negative 3. Notice I don't combine the negative 3 and the 4 because they are separated by an equal sign. I just look at this expression and this expression. Once I'm done simplifying, now I'm going to solve. I'm going to undo what's been done to the m. So I subtract 4 from both sides. Think money, negative 3 and negative 4 makes negative 7. Bring down the equals, bring down the 7m, and then this cancels. And then divide both sides by 7. M equals negative 1. So for this problem, I'm going to simplify my expression first, and then I'll solve. So I'm working only on this side of the equal sign. To simplify this expression, I need to take the negative 4 and distribute it. Negative 4 times negative 3 is plus 12. Then just bring down the 9x. And bring down the rest of it. Notice every time I finish a step, it looks almost like I have a new problem. All the parts are there. It's all organized. So I have distributed. Next, add like terms. 9x, negative 8x, add to be 1x. Bring down the rest of the problem. Now that I have my expression simplified, I can solve the equation. Undo what's been done to the x. Subtract 12, both sides. 1x equals negative 1. And you can either divide both sides by 1, which won't change it, so the answer is x equals negative 1. The stuff down here with the discount prices of the luggage, we are going to do in class. At this point, stop the video and do these practice problems, and then start the video again. If you are pretty sure you got them all right, you can skip to the end and see. If you need help on one, back it up until you can see how to do it. First one, I check to see if I can simplify on either side of the equal sign. I can't. So I go to the side with the x on it, and I start undoing. I'm going to add 2 to both sides. 8x, that's gone, equals negative 24. I want to undo timesing by 8. So I divide by 8 on both sides. X equals a negative divided by a positive is a negative 3. Number 2. I check both sides to see if either expression can be simplified. This one can. I can distribute the 7, giving me 7x minus 28 minus 2. Equals, make sure to bring down the rest of the pieces of the problem. Each time the problem should look like you're starting over with a brand new problem. Then I can add like terms. Negative 28 and negative 2, think money. I lose $28, I lose 2 more, so that's 30 in the whole. So I have 7x minus 30. Bring down the rest of it. Now I can't simplify anymore, so it's time to solve. I've got to undo what's been done to that x. So I want to add 30 to both sides. Now I want to undo timesing by 7, so I'll divide by 7 on both sides. X equals 6. Or 6 equals x, how I've written it here, it doesn't matter. Next problem. First, check both sides of the equation. Can the expressions be simplified? No. So I start to solve. I want to undo what's been done to x. I'll get rid of that timesing by 5 at the very end. First, I want to get rid of this negative 2. To do that, I have to add 2 to both sides. Negative 8 and 2. Think money. 8 in the whole, I win 2 back. I'm now 6 in the whole. Negative 6 equals, those are gone, 5x. Remember, work on the side that has the x, so I want to undo timesing by 5. So I divide both sides by 5, and I get x equals negative 6 fifths, or negative 1 1/5. Number 4. Ooh, there's some simplifying I can do. Look at this expression on this side of the equals sign. I can add like terms here, so I have negative 4x. And I can add like terms here. Negative 7 and positive 2 gives me negative 5. Again, you're adding, so think money. Bring down the rest of the problem. Now I can solve. Go to the side that has the x with it and undo what's been done to the x. So to undo minusing 5, you'd add 5 to both sides. Negative 3 and 5, think money. I lose $3, get 5 back. That's 2 equals negative 4x. This is gone. Then always work on the side with the x on it. You want to undo timesing by negative 4, so you're going to divide by negative 4 both sides. X equals, notice I have a fraction with a smaller number on top. I'm going to reduce that fraction by dividing a 2 from both top and bottom, and I get negative 1/2, my answer. Okay. Start with the side on the x, with the x on it. Subtract 5 from both sides. Negative x, this is gone, equals negative 7. I need to get that negative out of there. Think of this as negative 1 times x. So I'm going to divide both sides by negative 1. X equals negative 7 divided by negative 1, and negative divided by a negative is a positive. X equals positive 7. Last problem. Try to simplify. There's nothing to simplify in either one of those expressions. So this is a positive 6 right now. That negative sign actually goes with the x. So to get rid of a positive 6, to undo a plus 6, I have to minus 6 from both sides. 8 minus 6 is 2 equals 6 and negative 6 add up to be 0. That's gone. Negative x. We've got to get rid of that negative sign here. Think of it again as a negative 1 times x. So to undo timesing by negative 1, I divide both sides by negative 1. X equals 2 divided by negative 1 is negative 2. Again, it is more important that you have the work right than you have the answer right. I'm not trying to teach you the answers. I'm trying to teach you how to do the work. So I will see you in class. Bye-bye.